this what you want? This fucking foliage? Is this what you want? Mr. Dips? Is this what you want? Me standing in front of EC3 buying designer coats? Is this what you want? Me sitting in some hipster hotel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, fluffing pillows? Is this what you want? I don't believe this. This graffiti art, the hotels, avocado toast. All I want is a fucking Guinness. An ice cold Guinness. What the hell does that mean? Oh, this is what you wanted. This is your Monday Night Raw review right here on Off the Script. Man, I honestly think this show is driving me crazy. This show is driving me crazy. It's driving me to be... It's driving me to be insane. That's what Monday Night Raw is doing. I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't. I just don't get it. I don't know how anybody in the community after tonight can sit there and watch this shit and then sit in their offices or sit in their studios and fucking put on their lavalier microphones and sit in front of a green screen and go over how Monday Night Raw was career-defining for Braun Strowman because he was in the ring with a world-class boxing heavyweight champion in Tyson Fury. I don't know how anybody in the community could sit in front of their cameras and in front of their microphones and explain to me how this is going to bring more eyes to the WWE product. Do you know what this does to someone like me? Do you know what this does to someone who watches this through my set of eyes? I looked at this, and all I see, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't even want to fucking sit here and cover this show. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to start at the top because the last thing that we seen was a goddamn atrocity on Monday Night Raw. I look at this, and I don't see Tyson Fury coming on into the pro wrestling world. I don't see that. I don't see it being cool. I don't see it being hip. I don't see it being attention-grabbing. I don't see it as being a big headline that I'll fucking see online and click to see what happened. I'm not going to read the newspaper and have my eyes focused on this article. Tyson Fury invades WWE. He attacks Braun Strowman on Monday Night Raw. I don't get that feeling. I don't know why you would. Especially after tonight, I don't know why you would. Folks, it's called pro wrestling for a reason. This is professional wrestling. Tyson Fury is not a professional wrestler. Clearly, by the way the guy throws punches. Now, if he threw punches like he did tonight in a boxing ring, I don't know how the man is a world champion. WWE, they are so thirsty. They are so thirsty for mainstream attention. They are so desperate for any sense of relevancy in the mainstream media that they would go out there and put on a circus like they did tonight. They would go out there and get somebody who does not belong or has any business being in a pro wrestling ring, and they would go out and get someone like Tyson Fury, who I respect immensely, go out and get him and put him in that situation and make him come off as a joke. This was a goddamn circus. Someone like Tyson Fury, someone like Cain Velasquez, they don't belong in a pro wrestling ring. They don't. Cain Velasquez had one match, yet he's fighting for the WWE Championship according to recent reports at Crown Jewel. And he's the godfather, apparently, of Rey Mysterio's son, which I'll talk about in a second. I just don't know anymore. Someone like Tyson Fury does not belong in a WWE ring. Because look at the product that you created. Look at what you created here tonight. It was a joke. Tyson Fury got in the ring, and I don't I don't remember the last time I felt this uncomfortable. I think the last time I felt this uncomfortable watching a pro wrestling segment on this show was when Sami Zayn brought out Bobby Lashley's three sisters. That's the last time I felt this uncomfortable. That's the last time I legitimately wanted to gouge my own eyes out. This was one of the most uncomfortable things I've seen. Not only was it completely forced and completely unnatural, completely cringe, this was downright desperate in every sense of the word. WWE only gives a shit about ESPN headlines. They want that number one spot on SportsCenter. They want to be in the SportsCenter top 10. They want the New York Post and the Daily News to give them some clout. They want Bleacher Report and every other online publication to be talking about them. Why don't you do something that pertains to your own profession and industry and make headlines doing something right in your own industry? Why must you go out and get somebody who has absolutely no wrestling experience and put him in there with someone himself who doesn't have any pro wrestling experience in Braun Strowman? I watched two grown men slap each other. Slap each other! Like two fucking females. Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman were slapping each other as if they were two overweight slobs in line at McDonald's fighting over the last goddamn apple pie. That's what I seen tonight on Monday Night Raw. I fucking hate this show. I hate this show with a goddamn passion. It's like they put no effort. The shows somehow are getting worse. They're getting worse. And I genuinely don't understand how something can be this bad. I don't get it. And people somehow think that things are going to change with a draft. Somehow people think things are going to change because you're changing the roster. How could you really embrace change when the same people who are sitting in Gorilla are going to be there next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, into November, December, January, all the way through WrestleMania season? The same people in Gorilla are going to be sitting there and giving you the same mentality that you're seeing now. A mentality in which they don't care. I watched an entire locker room on Monday Night Raw come out and play second-rate, second fiddle to someone who couldn't even throw a pro wrestling punch in our world. Now, granted, if he punched anybody, I'm sure their head would be in the 12th row. But my God, couldn't you think of a better way to have that confrontation go down? Did we need to see Tyson Fury in what looked to be shadowboxing lessons from Shane McMahon, paying off immensely well, punching security guards, Braun Strowman pushing security guards out of the way, slapping people, them jumping on each other like they're play fighting? This was supposed to be legit. And the funny thing is, Vic Joseph and Dio Madden and Jerry Lawler and WWE tried to make this look legit. They tried to make it look legit. They made it sound legit, like these two have some gripe, like these two have some legitimate beef, and it just wasn't there. Why are these two in the ring together? Because Braun Strowman says he's playing around? He was just having some fun, he said. He was just having some fun on SmackDown Live. And when Tyson Fury started to take this serious, then he threw Dolph Ziggler at Tyson Fury, and then that's when everything escalated. Then I had to see these two on Monday Night Raw pretend. And I mean, we are watching a product and a sport. I consider wrestling a sport. If you don't, I don't give a shit. We're watching a product. We're watching a sport in which the outcomes and storylines are predetermined. At least when you go into something like this, can you make it look like it actually is legit? I watched this and the fake, and I hate using that word when I talk about pro wrestling. I watched the fake jump off my screen by watching Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman in that ring. Play fight on Monday Night Raw. Everything about that segment was fake. Fake. Such garbage. This is what WWE gets. This is what WWE gets. They are so desperate for any type of mainstream attention that they risk their entire product, which is at the bottom of the fucking barrel at this point. It has been. I don't know how you could get any lower. That you're risking your product. You're risking Tyson Fury's reputation. Seriously. You're risking your entire roster because you're bringing outside sources from MMA, and you're bringing people from the world of boxing into your world. And that doesn't flow. That doesn't make a right fit. They don't fit. Other athletes don't fit in this world. You tried so desperately to recreate what Mike Tyson did during WrestleMania 13 that it blew up again for a second night in a row. It blew up in your face. It blew up in your face. Never mind the disaster that was Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. This was night number 2. What are you going to make on Friday night? What are you going to do on Friday night that's going to blow up in your face for a third night? Unreal. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that way. I know I'm not. I am so sick and tired of seeing people from the outside, from other sports, being integrated into WWE. You know, it really is a needle in a haystack. It really is. That you could take somebody from another sport and just throw them into the world of pro wrestling. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Ronda Rousey had no prior wrestling experience before she joined WWE. She was a needle in a haystack. Matt Riddle has only been wrestling for 3.5 years. And look at how great he is. Look at what he has accomplished. Look at how polished he is in the ring. Imagine him 5 years from now, how great he's going to be. Brock Lesnar is somebody who has amateur wrestling in his background. On top of that, he played for the Vikings. He's a former UFC champion. That is the type of guy who is a needle in a haystack. You cannot go out there and find another Riddle and a Lesnar and a Rousey. Even Shayna Baszler, who has MMA background. Look at what she has accomplished in all the years that she has been training. Look at how great she is. You think that this is going to recreate some Mike Tyson moment in your new era? Your new era, your season premiere of Monday Night Raw. You think that this is going to attract new eyes and bring a real sports-like feel? I didn't get anything from that tonight. Nothing. That was one of the worst displays of a fake fight, of a fake whatever, back and forth between Strowman and anybody that I've ever seen in my entire life. And I thought that this was going to be good for Braun Strowman. I thought that having him mixed up with someone like Tyson Fury would take him out of the Monday Night Raw field for a little bit. Because realistically, what else is there for Braun Strowman to do on this show? Who else is there for him to fight? I don't even have an interest in seeing him wrestle anybody. Never mind Raw, Smackdown. That's how boring he is. I thought that this would be good. But man, they fucked this up. They fucked this up. You couldn't give me like a stare down or something happening that would play off some genuine fucking emotion? If you are going to give me this type of unorganic and unnatural intensity going back and forth, that's exactly what you're going to get. if Tyson Fury is not ready to take a punch, or if Braun Strowman's not ready to get physical on the level of what Tyson Fury can deliver, then this is going to fail. This is going to be an absolute failure. And you're doing it because he's making God knows how much money. Braun Strowman's making God knows how much money. The Prince is paying Vince McMahon God knows how much money for this shit to happen at Crown Jewel. I'd rather it happen at Crown Jewel because I don't consider those events anywhere near the prestige of WrestleMania. And we are to believe, because WWE pushes their fucking agenda, that Crown Jewel and all the Saudi Arabia shows, that they're equal or equivalent or greater than WrestleMania. Blow me. Blow me hard. And swallow every last fucking drop. I hate this show. I really do. That was an absolute abomination. And then on top of that, I don't know what else I could say about that. Everybody in that locker room looked like a fucking geek coming out there. You are playing second fiddle to this garbage. Meanwhile, you're not getting any opportunity. You won't be getting any opportunity on SmackDown Live either with the draft. I don't know where anybody's going to end up. The same goddamn people that are in charge of this show are going to be writing the show next week. It's going to be a different team with the same fucking coaches. On top of that, WWE makes believe that a Hell in a Cell match didn't even happen last night. Took them 2.5 hours to make mention of Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins didn't show face on this show tonight because Vince McMahon, his boy, Seth Rollins, was intentionally kept off the show by Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon intentionally kept him off the show because he didn't want Seth going out there and getting a repeat reaction that he did in Sacramento. Now, Bakersfield looked like and sound like there were a bunch of fucking extras on The Walking Dead tonight. So I don't even know if it would have made any difference. These people were so oblivious that they probably would have slept through Seth Rollins' entrance. So it really wouldn't have mattered if he came out. But Vince McMahon intentionally kept him off the show because he wanted to hide Rollins and make you forget about the disastrous creative decision that reportedly he laughed at and then somehow realized, well, I messed up. No shit, you messed up. I've seen people who don't even cover wrestling talking about Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. IGN made a video all about the ending. IGN! A video game YouTube channel and a video game publication made a single video talking about Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. And the same thing that they said, we've been saying. If you weren't ready to give The Fiend the Universal Championship and put him in that position, why did you book the match? Why did you make the match inside Hell in a Cell? And why did you book the match so early? Why did you go about booking this match if you were not ready to commit to Bray Wyatt? Why did you book the match if you didn't want him to lose? Or if you didn't want Rollins to lose? Which everybody in their fucking right mind wants Rollins to lose. Because he sucks as champion. Rollins can now join his buddy Jon Moxley and Roman Reigns as 3 babyface members of the Shield that have failed as world champions in WWE. Seth, you joined an elite group. You're not the only one who failed coming out of the Shield. Every single one of you has failed as a world champion. Every single one of you. At least when I watched Ambrose and AJ Styles lead SmackDown Live, I wasn't bored. Reigns didn't do anything for me, and Rollins is ending up probably worse than Roman Reigns. Rollins is Roman Reigns. That's what the gist of all this is. Rollins is Roman Reigns. Rollins is on, you talk about Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia and these Saudi Arabian shows being equal or greater than WrestleMania. Seth Rollins and his reign and his character and his fucking disastrous character and his career in the last year and a half is equal or greater to Roman Reigns in 2017/2018. The guy sucks. The guy absolutely has zero legitimacy. There's nothing that Seth Rollins could tell me or anybody sitting in that audience that we're going to hang on to anything he says. It's going to fall on deaf ears. I'm going to take it, I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to fucking throw it in the trash right where it belongs. The guy is absolutely garbage. His title reign needs to end quicker than anything I've ever seen before in my entire life. This guy is awful. And they intentionally kept him off the show because they fucked him and Wyatt and the structure, and they fucked all the fans in Sacramento on Sunday night. And again, I'm going to mention this again right here because I don't know if you've seen the review. I'm going to mention it again, and I'm pointing the finger of blame not only at Paul Heyman, I'm pointing it at Vince McMahon, I'm pointing it at Seth Rollins, I'm pointing it at Bray Wyatt, I'm pointing the finger of blame to everybody in WWE Creative because not one of you fucking cretins, not one of you geeks actually had the balls to stand up and say, boss, this is a Hell in a Cell. There's no DQ inside the hellacious structure. Not one of you did so. Not Rollins. Rollins looked over the script. He's like, I got you, boss. I got you. You're going to blow me later? I got you. It's exactly what he did. He read it, and he didn't do anything as far as changing it because he's a glorified yes man. He doesn't want to lose his spot at the top. He's not going to challenge the boss. Meanwhile, Jon Moxley was on Chris Jericho months ago after his debut at Double or Nothing, and he would complain that he talked to Vince McMahon and he wanted this and that changed, and Vince wouldn't listen to him. Seth Rollins goes on interviews and says that he goes to Vince McMahon and he offers his ideas, and he always is going to Vince McMahon and talking about what could work and what could not work, and he's very open. I don't see any of that happening. I don't see any of that happening after Sunday night. You looked at that and you yesed him to death. Same thing with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt looked at his fucking script and looked at what he had to do. None of these guys said, you know what, this is not going to work. What were you going for? Now look, your Universal Champion was not on the show. Meanwhile, this was a showcase. What showcase? You didn't have a world champion on. So what are you showcasing? Bray Wyatt wasn't there. Reportedly, he's hurt. Hurt from what? What is he hurt from? Or is it just another one of your excuses to keep him off the show as well? Because Rollins was intentionally going to be kept off the show. This company is a complete joke. An absolute joke. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I hate this show with a fucking passion. I really do. This is the worst program on television. And I come on here because you guys, I have you guys come at me in legions telling me, JD, thank God for what you do because I don't watch the show. I would rather watch you for an hour on here, talk about Monday Night Raw so I don't have to watch 3 hours of this horrendous garbage. And you know what? I would gladly do that for you because you guys have always been there for me. And I'm going to say, I know people in that company are listening to the fucking words coming out of my mouth. And whether you're doing this or this, I don't give a shit. I'm right. I know what I am talking about. This company is so far gone from what the real objective is here. You're not entertainment. You're not even sports at this point. I don't know what the fuck you are. I'm waiting for a fucking roaming fucking band of elephants and tigers and fucking flaming hula hoops. I'm waiting for the fucking clowns to come out of the car one by one. This reminds me of a goddamn circus. You're Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. That's all you are. That's all you are. I don't get the sense that this is a pro wrestling show. Stop being so desperate for mainstream attention and give me a show and give us a show that we can be proud of. I want to feel the same way about Raw like I do NXT. I don't want to sit here and vomit what I had for dinner at the sight of Bobby Lashley and Lana starting the show off. Yet Sasha Banks and Bayley kill each other inside a Hell in a Cell, and you're starting off with Bobby Lashley and Lana? I don't know. I'm all over the place. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's get into the actual show. If you guys even give a shit about the actual show. This show was put together, I swear to God, I would not be surprised to read tomorrow that this show was put together in about 30 minutes. There was absolutely zero effort in this show. Zero effort. I hate that. I don't know how anybody could be on this team and be pleased with the show that they put on. Now, again, I know you have a draft. I know that you have absolutely no storylines, that there's no point in storylines, but my God, the effort that showed on this show was zero. Zero. You legitimately did nothing as far as putting a quality show together. And you just put 3 hours of television on because fuck the fans. Fuck the fans. Monday Night Raw. We're going to go over the show. I don't know how long I'm going to be here because legitimately, Sal Rex was even telling me, dude, what do you want to put in the thumbnail? If you missed Raw, you missed nothing. That was the going title for the show and the thumbnail tonight up until about 10:30. Then we realized that WWE was intentionally keeping Seth Rollins off the show, which I found to be a little bit more laughable. So I'm like, let's go with that. Vince keeps his boy off the show intentionally after Hell in the Cell disaster. Simple. So let's get into it, man. Quickly, you guys know the deal. Social media. Follow me on social media. Thank you to everybody that's followed me on Twitter. I gained a couple of hundred over the last 24 hours on Twitter at JD from NY206. Same thing as Instagram. Follow me on there as well. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys want to support the podcast via Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. You guys are going to get the audio version over there, as you do with everything on the YouTube channel. So thank you guys so very much for your patronage. I guess. Is that a word? I guess so. Patronage on Patreon. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. And you guys, please go and check out Audible. Audible is the sponsor for the podcast tonight. We will be back with Blue Chew. We will be back with Blue Chew for the rest of the holiday season, man. So look forward to them being on the show at the end of the month of October, November, and December, man. I can't wait. But tonight we got Audible. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys sign up. 30 days free, 1 free audiobook. Great way to support the show. Great way for you guys to get something for free. Again, audibletrial.com/offthescript. If you guys want to support via Audible, again, 30 days of their service and 1 free audiobook of your choice. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and my sponsors right here on Monday Night Raw on Off the Script. Monday Night Raw opened up with a video recap of what happened last week. They just got through with the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Nothing from Sasha, nothing from Becky, nothing from Seth, nothing from Bray Wyatt, The Fiend. They go right into a video package about what happened with Lana and Bobby Lashley last week. Something that everybody completely shit on. That's the way they open Monday Night Raw. So, they cut right to Randy Orton in the ring. There was no fireworks. We got the Skillet theme song. We got Legendary by Skillet. I keep thinking Victorious. I keep thinking about that big German guy that was standing behind me a couple of weeks ago at the Alter Bridge concert. It's Legendary, not Victorious, Legendary. So we got the new Raw open again, which is great. I want to see how long it takes for them to get rid of that, because you know it's coming. But we open the show, no fireworks. No fireworks tonight. No fireworks to open the show like we did last week. So one has to wonder if they're going away from the fireworks already and they just kept it for the season premiere and they're going to really just use it in special circumstances for specific talent. We don't know. Only time will tell. But the show opened up with Randy Orton and Baron Corbin, because I refuse to call him King, were stomping at Rusev, who was already in the ring. It was supposed to be Randy Orton and Rusev to open the show. Now, Rusev elbowed Orton. Orton and Corbin bailed out. Rusev was going to work on both of these guys. Then all of a sudden, big bad Bobby Lashley, the new sexual chocolate, Bobby Lashley, showed up on the big screen, and he was smiling. He said it doesn't look like he's having a good time at all in regards to Rusev. Lashley showed off a white robe he was wearing. Spun around, he was like, does it look familiar, Rusev? He says he was wearing Rusev's robe, and he looks great in it. He said, that means I'm probably at your house, Rusev. So the camera moved back a little bit, and we seen Lashley standing there in Rusev's robe, and we seen what was Rusev's bed. Very nicely made, by the way. Lashley took off his robe, and he was in shorts. He crawled under the covers, he got into bed, he was making himself comfortable. And then we see Lana standing there in her own robe, and she's wearing pink lingerie underneath. Now, she gets into bed, and she starts cuddling up with him, and she starts acting all affectionately to Bobby Lashley. Lana then says this, and I quote, everything we own is now in my name, and we don't have a joint checking account anymore. It's all mine. Rusev was in the ring, and I legitimately am wondering what he's thinking in this moment. I don't feel bad for him at all, because I, if I'm a betting man, would guess that WWE is punishing him because he told Vince that he's not re-signing with the company. That's just my take on it. I could be completely off on that. I could be completely wrong, but if I was to make a small wager, I would say that Rusev gave his notice to WWE, and this is how they are going to embarrass him on the way out. We don't know, man. We don't know what's going on in this new era under Paul Heyman. We could see a live sex fucking celebration with Bobby Lashley and Lana on Monday Night Raw. Legitimately. I would not even be surprised if they go to those lengths. So, Rusev is standing there. There's nothing he can do because they're at his house. Lana acted like she could see Rusev on Monday Night Raw. I don't know if this was pre-taped or what was going on here, but she was looking directly into the camera as if she was looking right into Rusev's eyes. Rusev, it looks like you're not having fun, but we are. Lana then moved and sat up, and she put the blanket over her chest, and she started taking off her bra strap. She took off her bra completely, and then she remains under the covers and goes to snuggle up to Bobby Lashley, and then he goes to turn the lights out, and then use your imagination as to what comes next. A scene from Blacked Raw is apparently what you guys were telling me was the culmination of this scene on Monday Night Raw. I don't know whether it's going to be on Pornhub or not, but I'm assuming that you guys will get the notification because I'm sure most of you listening to me are active subscribers over to Pornhub. I don't understand. I don't understand how this is the first thing. You know, usually, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I might be a little mental. I might be a little out there. People might think I'm a fucking lunatic. But normally when you start something, when you start a show like this, whether you do anything, like for me, the first thing that I do when I wake up is I go get a cup of coffee. That is the most important thing in my morning. If I don't have my coffee, God forbid, there will be a hellacious storm coming upon you. That's the most important thing to me. That's what I start my day off. Either that and a nice bowl of eggs or some waffles, a nice bowl of cereal, right? Or a nice cup of coffee. Usually with Monday Night Raw, if you're starting your show at the top of the hour, it's usually your most important storyline. And here we are on Monday Night Raw in week 2 of the new season, and we're starting off with Bobby Lashley and Lana, with Rusev in the ring, crying that his wife is now with Bobby Lashley's BBC. I don't know what to think about this. It's complete garbage. It is something that should not be on television. I don't know what the point of it is. I don't know what their vision is here. I don't know who's in charge of this. I don't know whose idea this is. But I'm here to watch a professional wrestling show. I'm not here to watch something that I could fucking type on my computer and turn the lights down and spend a little alone time with myself with. It's not what I want from my wrestling show on Monday night. What is the point? Is this getting Rusev over? Is there supposed to be some big angle where this is all a ruse and that she's using Bobby Lashley? Is Rusev going to beat Bobby Lashley and somehow get a big babyface turn out of all this and a big babyface push? Because right now all I see is a burial. If there's no end game, why am I going to give a shit about the beginning of the game? Seriously. It's like why I play Destiny. If there's no loot to grind for, if there's not that elusive fucking exotic engram or that raid loot, why am I going to play the game? What am I playing for? What is Rusev's end game in this? If this is not leading to something, then why am I going to care? I don't get the people. And the funny thing is, there are people in the community that I know that are defending and justifying this bullshit. That WWE is trying to tap into a little bit more of the risque things, and they're trying to bring entertainment and how it's different compared to what you're seeing on Wednesday. Stick to the Wednesday if that's all you give a shit about. That all that means to me is that you're accepting mediocrity. All that means to me is you're telling me, hi JD, I'm a fucking mediocre asshole. That's all you're saying to me. Because you refuse to counter-argue with me, and you want to justify this shit as, oh, it's WWE trying to break into a new market. They got 8 million views on the clip last week. I don't give a shit. If those 8 million views aren't translating to fucking ratings on Monday night, what's the fucking point? What is the point? WWE's point in all this is that Rusev is a fucking pussy. You might as well join Seth Rollins in line at that point. He's nothing more than an emasculated fucking cuck. That's all Rusev is. And this is what you've done to a talented guy who all he wants to do is fucking wrestle. Tony Khan's waiting for you, bro. Tony is waiting. I'm sure he will be happy to have you on his roster. Moving on. We've seen them continue to fight. Rusev and Corbin and Randy Orton. He threw Randy Orton into the ring post. He gave a Machka kick to Baron Corbin. He then kicked Orton. And that was it. That was it. There was nothing about this that I genuinely sat there and said, you know what? This was a great open to Monday Night Raw. I can't wait to see more of this. I couldn't wait for this shit to be over. And God forbid WWE is going into the draft with this shit. I swear to God, I hope that either Lashley or Rusev gets drafted away from each other so that this shit can end. That would be on the top of the list of priorities for me to do. Moving on here. We got Natalya and Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans, we came back from commercial break. She didn't even get a ring entrance. She was standing there with a metal trash can with Natalya's name written on it in pink. This one went 17 minutes. Natalya and Lacey Evans went 17 minutes. Why? I legitimately don't know any other word. I don't have any other word in my vocabulary right now. Why? Why did this go 17 minutes? Why did this need to go 17 minutes? Folks, I will tell you why this went 17 minutes. It's because WWE absolutely did not want to write a show on Monday morning. They did not want... Actually, they didn't even have a show coming out of Hell in a Cell. And when they knew that they had to have a show prepared for Vince McMahon, they decided to give Lacey Evans and Natalya damn near 20 minutes of a last woman standing match. Now, the last time we seen a last woman standing match was Becky Lynch and Charlotte. This didn't come anywhere close to that. Don't know why this happened. At least that one had a fucking meaning behind it. Don't know why this happened. All I seen here was two women who tried. Not going to sit here and tell you that they didn't try. But honestly, at the end of it all, it's two women that everyone watching me and everyone in attendance genuinely doesn't give a shit about. Natalya could be the most sweetest woman on the active roster. She could be an absolute sweetheart. Her and her 80 cats. But My God. Watching Natalya get a push or watching Natalya wrestle, I would rather be doing anything else than watch Natalya wrestle. I would rather sit with, I don't know. I don't even want to fucking, I would rather sit with Tool. I would rather sit with the band Tool, and I hate Tool. I think Tool is one of the worst bands in existence. I would rather sit locked in a room for 30 minutes than watch Natalya wrestle. Nowhere to go. Put on Tool's worst album, which is every one of them. And I'll sit there and I'll listen to Tool over Natalya. It is just mind-numbingly boring. And then Lacey Evans is another one. You give me no reason to care about either one of these women. None. The one thing that WWE needs to do, like Rusev and Lashley, get the draft to a point where these two women are away from each other. This is it. It is over. Lacey Evans seems to have been de-pushed again. Natalya, I don't know. She's just there. Get these women away from each other. God forbid they end up on the same brand next week. Now, this ended when Lacey started throwing Natalya into the new stage, and she was sliding down it. She threw her so hard and with such high velocity that she threw her into the ramp, and she started sliding down the ramp. So then Natalya started to make a comeback and powerbomb Lacey off the stage, off the side of the stage, through a table below, and she landed through the table. The referee made the 10 count, and Natalya won the match in 17 minutes. I'm not a big fan of the last man, last woman standing matches. I've seen better for sure. Becky and Charlotte come to mind. Nikki Cross and Asuka in NXT definitely comes to mind. These two women worked hard, but there's no reason for me to give a shit about anything they did in 17 minutes. Just the way it is. Aleister Black sat in front of a black backdrop, said he is as unforgiving as fire and as cold as permanent, or as cold and permanent as death. He said he is forever restless, so am I. So am I, Mr. Black. Every Monday at 8 o'clock, from 8 to 11, I am restless. This show is as fucking permanent as death. He wants someone to come challenge him and pick a fight with him. Again, Aleister Black is one of the best things that WWE has access to on this main roster. And the fact that this man has been sitting on the sidelines with absolutely no creative direction since WrestleMania is a goddamn fucking joke. It is a joke! And this is what you got for him. This is a showcase. This is a showcase. Who is he going to be in a showcase with, folks? We'll find out in a little bit. So Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman were at SmackDown. They showed clips of that happening. They showed more clips of SmackDown than they did Hell in a Cell. I wonder why. Braun was triggered by Fury's temper. He jumped the barricade. Remember that? Yeah, whatever. They showed some headlines from major corporate media sites, Yahoo, USA Today, Bleacher Report, all these different places. That's all they give a shit about. They could put on the worst fucking show in existence, and they'll be happy with one headlining mainstream media outlet covering them. That's all they want. That's all they want. It is so sad. It is so sad that this is all WWE cares about. So then Charlie Caruso, after all these clips and all these publications hyping this up, she interviewed Fury. She asks why he's provoking Braun Strowman. Fury said he's not provoking him, but he felt Braun tried to make a fool out of him by throwing Ziggler into him, and then he made a mistake by jumping over the barricade. Fury said if he doesn't get an apology tonight, Strowman will get these hands. Wow. Man, that is so original. I don't know how you came up with that one all by yourself. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Rudolph. Someone on social media told me that tonight. They retweeted me or tweeted me, and I'm like, I gotta use that. Rudolph. Perfect in time for the holiday season. Viking Raiders. Folks, I can't even go. I can't even go over this match. You know exactly. If you've been listening to me, you know what I'm going to tell you. The Viking Raiders have won match after match after match after match. They've looked, I would say, pretty decent. Pretty decent. They beat the OC twice, right? They beat a couple of jobber teams here and there. They've been on a winning streak as of late. I don't know if I'm losing my mind, but normally, a challenging tag team coming up through the ranks would get a title shot by winning matches. Now, the championship team doesn't need to win matches. They could sit and wait for the next team in line to challenge them. Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler are the champions. They don't need to really do anything. They need to know how a challenging team is going to be determined. So in WWE's mentality, they go about wiping all that logic out and erasing it and throwing it away, and they put the champions, in this case, Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler, in a match with the War Raiders. For what reason? It's not a tag team title match. It's a non-title match. So at that point, I already predicted that if there was a match at Hell in a Cell, it would be Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus the War Raiders, or the Viking Raiders, because they are obviously being prepped as the next in line to challenge for the tag team championships. They won matches. They beat the OC, former tag team champions, twice in back-to-back weeks. That alone should get them a title match. WWE doesn't do the easy thing. They don't do the logical thing. They had the Viking Raiders beat clean. They had them beat Roode and Ziggler on this show tonight. And now they're good enough for the tag team championships. I don't know if you're watching me. I hope someone's watching me, because you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot. I don't know how you could be. This is the type of shit that irks the fucking shit out of me. How you have your tag team champions lose in a television match, in a non-title match. How you have them lose to get your tag team title match next week. Weren't they good enough to get a tag team title match without beating the champions tonight, next week? Please, someone reach out to me and tell me what the logic is behind that. I don't understand it. So not only did you take the illogical dummy route, you made the champions look like losers. They lost clean. The champions of your tag team division are absolutely worthless. And now the challengers beat the champions, and now they're good enough for the tag team titles. This company is hopeless. Hopeless. The Viking Raiders win in 17 minutes. I don't know who cared. I don't really know. Vince McMahon clearly didn't care. The reason why he gave them 17 minutes was because it took a good chunk of time off of a Monday Night Raw that I'm sure was written in about 5 minutes. 17 minutes. And maybe fucking 3 people in Bakersfield, California legitimately gave a shit about the War Raiders beating Rudolph. I don't care. You took these guys from NXT and you made them absolutely boring. Boring. I don't know how you fucked that up. Go back and watch their match with Ricochet and Aleister Black at TakeOver New York and tell me this is the same fucking team. It's not. It's not. They look lifeless. Lifeless. And the crowd is just as lifeless when they come out. Who's to blame there, Vince? Is it Ivar and Eric? Or is it you for changing their name 3 fucking times and then keeping them off TV for 2 months? Think about that one. Aleister Black, he comes out. You got Sunil and Samir Singh. Remember them? I don't. I don't want to either. The last time we seen them on this show was when Jinder Mahal was on Monday Night Raw. Oh my God. Memories that I wish never existed. Aleister Black and Sunil and Samir Singh. The crowd in Bakersfield was like, who the hell are these guys? Why are these guys out here? So then Aleister Black's music hit. He wins in 1 minute. 1 minute. He black masses the shit out of somebody. I don't know which brother it was. And then he applies a Dragon Sleeper on the other. And he taps out. Good. Good. Who's going to pick a fight with Aleister Black? Hopefully he picks a fight with Vince McMahon and delivers a black mass to Vince McMahon. Caruso interviewed Braun backstage about Fury. He said he was just trying to have some fun. There's no fun on this show. But if he wants to get all serious, so will I. He said if he wants an apology, he better ask nicely because he can pack a good punch himself. He closed with, he might get these hands. Oh, my goodness. Tyson Fury is going to give Braun Strowman his hands. Braun Strowman's going to give Tyson Fury his hands. Why don't you just hold hands and skip down the fucking bed of roses and the fucking field of daisies that you guys pretended to be in tonight, because I didn't see two grown men fighting or trying to hash things out in a fucking fight like men. I seen two fucking pussies fighting in a fictional world that came off as nothing more than embarrassments. That's all I seen. And I'm not talking about it no more. I'm not. I ranted on it for 27 minutes in the opening of the show. I'm not talking about it anymore. Rey Mysterio. Let's talk about good old Rey. She asked Rey Mysterio, Charlie Caruso, by the way. She asked Rey Mysterio about Dominic, how he was doing. Rey thanked the support, or for the support, he thanked all the fans. And he said Dominic was brutalized by Lesnar. He said he took a beating like a man. He said his physical scars will heal soon, but his emotional scars will take longer. Rey was probably one of the best parts of this whole show. I love this promo. I didn't really like the context of the promo, but I love the promo. He says his physical scars will heal soon, but his emotional scars will take longer. Rey said when men and women become parents, they vow to love and protect their kids. He said he was beaten so badly he had to watch the disgusting bully Lesnar maul his son, and there wasn't a damn thing he could do about it. He said he left his son, he felt he let his son down and his family down. He then said that Cain Velasquez is Dominic's godfather. He said the only man who can brag accurately that Brock fears him. He said if someone is going to avenge what happened to his family, it's Cain. He got some cheers when he spoke in Spanish, and then it just came off at that point very passionate about Dominic and Lesnar and Velasquez. Now all of a sudden, unless I see some paperwork or maybe Wikipedia updated it and I didn't know, when did Cain Velasquez become Dominic's godfather? That's the storyline that they're going with? I mean, the promo was good. I love the execution. I love the real emotion that Rey Mysterio was showing tonight, but I find it very difficult to believe that Cain Velasquez is now the godfather of Dominic. I never heard that before. Unless you want to fill me in. When did that loophole find its way into the storyline? Why is Cain Velasquez getting a world title shot? That's what I want to know. People worked all their lives to get a fucking world title shot. Here comes an MMA fighter with one match under his belt in pro wrestling. Yeah, he's going to get a world title shot. Let me see him get by Vince McMahon looking like that. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Vince is going to look at Cain, and he's going to look at him and ask why he doesn't look like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's an MMA fighter. Why don't you look like him? Guarantee it. It's coming. And he's got knee issues. Unreal. They want that real sports-like feel, but there you go. The OC, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows. I love their new theme song, by the way. It fits so much better for AJ. It really does. The OC versus the Lucha House Party, 10 minutes. Who did you expect to win here? You expected fucking Lindsay Dorado to pin AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw? Get out of here, man. OC wins. They beat up the Lucha House Party afterwards. Styles clashed to Lindsay Dorado off the second rope just to prove a point. Now I await to see which one of them gets broken away from the OC. Because you know what's coming. One of these teams is getting broken up. It's going to be either the OC, Heavy Machinery, the Street Profits. Watch them move Otis away from Tucker. Watch them move Montez Ford away from Angelo Dawkins. Awful. They got nothing planned for the draft. They don't know. The only thing that I would... this I would actually like. Or this is what I do like about the draft. I love the fact that they're building Fox and USA Network as the ones brokering the deals. That I like. It gives it a different feel because realistically, that's the only way and the only direction that you could go in because there is no GMs and there's no commissioners on these shows anymore. So it's going to be the networks. I like that aspect. I like the networks fighting over the top tier talent on these shows to build exclusive rosters. And hopefully it sticks. It hasn't yet. And I have no hope that it will now. But I hope so. Just a little bit. Becky Lynch and Charlotte versus Asuka and Kyrie Sane. We had a Miz TV segment before this. So Becky bragged about beating Sasha. Charlotte bragged about beating Bayley for the title. Things started to get a little old school for Becky and Charlotte. Becky said she made Charlotte's blue belt famous. Charlotte bragged about being the woman 10 times. Miz then said they'd be tested against the Kabuki Warriors tonight. So Becky said, and I love this line because I feel the same exact way. Charlotte's bragging about her 10 title reigns, and Becky was like, yeah, you might have more reigns, but I have reigns that are more meaningful than you. Meaning that she's only a number. She wins it and then loses it within a couple of months. There's nothing, and I've said this countless times, there's nothing memorable about any of Charlotte's title reigns. There's not one of Charlotte's title reigns out of 10 that is memorable. You're going to go back and watch her just elevate said championship and said talent. There's nothing there. I wouldn't even say that about Becky. I don't think this reign is anything special. She's there because of the overwhelming popularity that she has. Sasha should have won at Hell in a Cell. Sasha Banks should be the Raw Women's Champion. But Becky is right. Charlotte is all reign and nothing memorable about it. I'd rather the reign be memorable than the amount of title reigns that you have under your belt and on your resume that you could brag about. It's easy. Why does Charlotte have 10 championships? She's blonde. She got 67 plastic surgeries. And she is the queen of WWE. She's everybody's favorite. Her and Alexa Bliss. That's it. Once you are in with them, that's it. That's it. That's the reason why Charlotte has 10 reigns. None of them are memorable. This match wasn't memorable. In fact, I hated this shit. The only thing that I liked about this was that, and I was surprised, Asuka and Kyrie Sane got mic time. They got mic time. They spoke all in Japanese, which I never thought I would see the day. Spoke in Japanese, yelling in Japanese, laughing in Japanese, and they sounded genuine. I didn't give a shit what they were saying. I just enjoyed them being genuine. Instead of standing there just watching them struggle to speak English and try to muster words that Vince McMahon has written on a piece of paper for them. So, this match was a showcase of champions. WWE on commentary made mention here, well, Becky Lynch could be drafted to SmackDown Live. What? How is that possible? And then they were mentioning that Charlotte could be drafted to Monday Night Raw. How? How could you draft either one of these women when they are holding the championship for said brand in their own divisions? What, are you going to draft the Monday Night Raw title to SmackDown Live and the SmackDown Live Women's title to Monday Night Raw? How could you do that? Are you planning on giving Charlotte the Raw title and Becky the SmackDown? Or what, are they going to flip-flop championships because they got drafted? Are they merging the divisions? I don't think that's happening. Why would you say something so stupid? Well, Becky Lynch could end up on SmackDown. No, she can't. Seth Rollins ain't going anywhere. Neither is Becky Lynch. Charlotte is SmackDown champion. Andrade is her fiance. He ain't going anywhere either. Neither is she. Cut the shit. Ridiculous. Kabuki Warriors win in 12 minutes. I mentioned this on the Hell in a Cell review. The women's tag team titles are absolutely worthless. Get rid of them. I would gladly take that. I wish WWE would give them to me. I would film it. I would get Hodge with me. I'd get Big Hodge Media, and we go to an incinerator somewhere, or we go to the East River. I'd fucking piss on the championships, and he would film me from a distance, obviously, and I'd piss on the fucking championships. I'd fucking burn them and throw them in the East River. That would make for a viral video. I would love if WWE just handed me the championships. I'll take care of it, bro. I'll take care of it. Really. Get rid of them. Draft Asuka to Monday Night Raw. Keep Kyrie Sane on SmackDown. So now you got your tag team champions on separate brands. They can't defend the tag team championships if they're on exclusive NBC and Fox brands. Get rid of them. Asuka confused with Becky Lynch, which clearly was teased again tonight. And Charlotte confused with God knows who. I don't know. Nor do I care. Her title reigns are genuinely boring. Genuinely boring. Kabuki Warriors win here. Referee had his back turned. Asuka sprayed Becky with green mist. This seems to be a running thing now. She used to do it, I believe. Some of you guys thought. I don't remember. Actually, I'm not really all that fond, or at least in remembering, Kana and what she used to do back in Japan. I know this version of her. She sprayed Becky with green mist, and she won. Kyrie then rolled up Becky for a 3 count because she was the legal woman. Kabuki Warriors win in 12 minutes. So Asuka and Kyrie Sane beat Charlotte and Becky Lynch, the SmackDown and Raw Women's Champions. Then WWE has Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross come out as babyfaces and make the save. And Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross attack the Kabuki Warriors, giving them their signature finishing moves. So I ask, simply, I ask, just like the Viking Raiders and the Rudolph situation. Why are you having your women's tag team champions get a monumental, big victory over the Raw and SmackDown women's champions in this manner? No matter how it is, referee didn't see it, they beat them. You have a moment like that where they pin Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross come out to make the save and then beat down Asuka and Kyrie Sane. So what you did is realistically waste their moment in beating Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. Why? What was the point of all that? I don't get it. We didn't need to see that. Because they would do a rematch anyway just based on the way that they lost the titles. You didn't need to go that extra mile and have them beat Charlotte and Becky and then get beat down in the end. Because it takes away everything that they just did. I don't understand that. I would have never booked it in that way. Moving on. We got some Connor's Cure shit. We got some Susan G. Komen shit. We got Caruso interviewing Apollo Crews. And she asked what he's trying to prove with his match against Ricochet. Apparently this was a match tonight. Crews says that he and Ricochet go way back and he respects him. He said he's been grinding and hustling. And tonight what happens to Ricochet is nothing personal, but this is my showcase. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Apollo Crews is confident and he is excited about the draft and he wants to showcase the Fox and NBC where he thinks he should be. He should be a priority in the draft. But WWE, you seem to have forgotten one major loophole. When did Apollo Crews and Ricochet become friends? Now, if you watch Ricochet's Instagram, then you would see Apollo Crews and Ricochet at the same gym, training in the gym, in each other's IG stories. But how many people are out there following Apollo Crews or Ricochet in that manner? Why wasn't their friendship detailed on TV? Why am I just hearing about this friendship now? What makes you think that I'm going to care about their friendship because he said it tonight and they're having a match tonight? I'm not. And nor do I care. Nor will I care. Now, this match went about 4 minutes. And I looked at these two guys and I'm like, you know what? This would be a damn good mid-card match for a mid-card title. This would be a decent feud. But we're not going to get that. We don't know where these guys are going to end up. Ricochet wins with the recoil, and that was it. A couple of signature moves. They flipped, they dove, they evaded, they leapfrogged, they drop-kicked, they moonsaulted. They tried a 450. Ricochet did at least. And he gives a recoil to Apollo. So there you go. Nothing more, nothing less. Then we got the Tyson Fury shit, and I told you I'm not talking about it. I'm not. I ranted on it. I ranted on it for almost 30 minutes in the beginning. What more do you want me to say? There's nothing more for me to say. This show sucked. I'm tired of ranting, man. I really am. I don't know how anybody can enjoy this shit. This show seems to be getting worse. And the draft, I want to have hope that there's going to be some change, some legitimate change. But all I know is, folks, and I know you feel the same way, the players are going to be different. But the coaches are always going to remain the same. It's like putting out a losing team every single year. It's like you have a losing team, and the coaches still have a job for some reason. If you know your team is a bunch of losers, now clearly they're not being led properly. It starts at the top. It starts at the fucking management. It starts with upper management. It starts with the bench coach, and then the pitching coach, and then the manager, the third base coach. Every fucking coach. They need a new coach. They need a new coaching staff. What good is a losing team if the coaches remain the same but the players are different? You could get an MVP here. You could get a fucking 5-tool player there. You could get a great bench player over there. You could get top-tier talent, but if they're being led and they're being helped and guided creatively by the same set of coaches, it's not going to work out. It's going to be the same shit that you see now, but with different faces. So I don't know what's to come. SmackDown has the draft on Friday. I'll be here. Monday, Raw gets its draft. I'll be here. And I'll be here tomorrow with AEW on Off the Script. AEW Elites. Or Off the Script Elite. Right here with AEW. That's tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune into that. If you missed everything else this past weekend, Off the Script episode 294. And you got the Hell in a Cell review. I go off. And some of you are actually saying, shout out to Derek, who I seen his comment. He was like, dude, I've been watching you for several years now, and out of all the pay-per-view reviews that you did, he mentioned that that was the absolute best open to a pay-per-view review that I've ever had. So if you guys want to go check that out, I would really appreciate it. Shout out to him for the kind words as well. But thank you guys so very much, man. I'm getting out of here. I hope my voice gets better. And I will see you all right back here for tomorrow's content. And then Wednesday with NXT and AEW, we start a brand new work week as always. But obviously with Monday Night Raw, we start the week off on the wrong foot as always. Hit that thumbs up, guys, and I'll see you right back here for AEW right here on Off the Script. See you then.